right, good evening, race fans, and here we go. We got a good one here tonight. Cyber Thunder Tuesday League. And guess what? We're at Dover. That's right, the Monster Mile. But they used to call it Dover Downs. I still call it Dover Downs either way. But it's in Delaware, concrete style track. We're getting set here. Qualifying's about to happen, folks. Don't go anywhere. We're going to be right back. Let's get our national anthem in. This ought to be a good one tonight. We're still in that round of 8 for the championship. Be right back.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
All right, folks, hope you enjoyed that. We're qualifying here underway, and you know, while we're watching qualifying, let's flash up here on the screen real quick. These guys, man, are 5-4 here. Right there. And you can also see the guys in green over there on the ticker. Those are the ones that are in the hunt championship wise. Guys right here. We saw last week Greg Mitchell punch his ticket into the Final Four, the Race 4 championship. It's a little more than 4 over there, Tom. You've got five tickets, folks. It's only supposed to be 4 going for a championship, by the way. So I know they're showing 5 opening or 4 more opening spots for Greg Mitchell there, but it's actually only supposed to be 4. But the big talk in here is Cody Heinzman. Can he go ahead and punch his ticket in? He didn't get that spot last week. You know, got ruled out by Greg Mitchell in an awesome, tire saving mode here. And then, can Corey Sherman, any of the other guys, Matthew Semple, Gary Bowman, Cody Gibson, Andrew or Tom Ricker, one of those guys right there who they're outside looking in, definitely could punch their ticket in. As far as points goes, we only have 2 races. We only have 1 race after tonight before we go to the Final Four and Race 4 championship. So here's my thing I'm looking at. You see the points right there. And you see Heinzman has 571, and it's 546 back in for Matthew. That's let's see my math here. 56, 66 is 25-point difference. Cody would have to really have a bad race tonight to mathematically be out of it. He'd have to have a bad race in the next nights to really mathematically be out of it. And I don't know. I don't see it mathematically for Cody to not make the Final Four. It's doable because, you know, tonight we're sitting with about 23, 24 trucks here. So, yeah, I mean, it is, in a math way, doable. But I just don't, I mean, Cody Heinzman, really, I think Cody right now, as long as he stays in the top 10, I think his Final Four hopes are set. I really do. I don't, you know, it's not a must win for him. Yes, he would like to win, get it in, get it over with, and get it done. See Greg Mitchell putting it on pole here already tonight. So, yeah, I mean, he would like to already get that out of his system. That way he can go in the next race and not have to worry about it. Greg Mitchell right now, though. Channel 10. I tell you what, let's move him up here. I want to get a word in with him before we go. Greg, join the booth. Got a copy?
Yes, sir. I got you.
Well, man, right now you're sitting on pole. You'd already punched your ticket into the Final Four, the Race for Championship. But tonight it's kind of a free game race for yourself here. I mean, what are you feeling? I mean, are you going to try to win this thing here? Are you going to try to maybe hold back, or what's the game plan a little bit?
Well, yeah, definitely try to win. Stages don't matter too much, but so just gonna try to put myself in the best position possible for that final run, and we'll see what happens.
Hey, well, I tell you what, man. How's Dover feeling out there? I know this track can be kind of unique at times.
Yeah, it's a little pushy in and very loose off, so we're gonna have to save our rear tires tonight, and fuel's gonna be a little interesting because we're about 10 laps short on fuel too. So we'll have to play that game.
I tell you what, good luck tonight there, Greg.
All right, thanks, Joe.
Back down there on this channel so you can get ready and get set, and there you go. All right, folks, we're getting set. Throw the grid up here, and let's look at this order here because it ought to be a good one here. Dover, Miles the Monster here. Out front's going to start it here for us. We got Greg Mitchell starting on pole. Cody Heinzman, he's going to go ahead and just punch his ticket on into that Final Four. He's starting second. Dustin Ping there in third. Matthew Simple fourth. Eric Anderson sitting in fifth. We got Cody Gibson sitting sixth. Andrew Codwell there in seventh. Brad Holmes starting in eighth. We got ninth place. We got Gary Bowman, 10th place. Leroy Cobb. We got to appreciate him for sponsoring tonight's race for us, by the way. Tom Ricker, he's sitting there trying to see if he can't punch himself in the Final Four, sitting in 11th. Ed Jurgen starting in the 12th. 13th place, we got Corey Sherman. Lee Campbell there in the 14th. Tanner Marr starting 15th. Mike Stipperson in 16th. Andy Cork 17th. Jackie Bronin, he's in 18th. We got Larry Bell 19th. Amanda Sherman starting 20th, 21st. Dave Gainsford 22nd. We got Jason Dismore, Brian Dorsey 23rd, and Casey Tomlinson in the 25th. We are getting set here to go. Green flag here tonight, folks. Let me hear who your favorite drivers are. I know we got some Matthew Simple fans out there. He's got a shot tonight. So here could be a scenario for you. And real quick, right before we go, green flag here. I know, Kathy, you rooting for old Tom. Tom's got that shot. He can get it done. He can definitely get it done. Pace cars in. We're going green. We are racing at Dover. Cody in a new paint job tonight. I like that. in the pizza. Really? Hey, nice paint job, Cody. Gave up the gamer sup. Cody figured, man, pizza's going to give him a little bit better, better luck. Boy, he's getting out there. I mean, he's already jumping out. He says he's taking no prisoners tonight. Cody Heinzman out front with Greg Mitchell there in second. Let's see what we got coming through the field here. Dustin Ping up under third, Matthew Simple holding the fourth, Cody Gibson in the fifth place spot. Well, this track here is a very tricky style track. You're going to be on that bottom lane. It almost is like a one-lane style track. You can see it. Concrete all the way through. So used to, normally you'd see maybe a little bit of concrete on some and then asphalt or the other. Not tonight. Like I said, we appreciate Leroy Cobb for sponsoring tonight. We're looking for stage number 1, which would be lap 60, and then we're looking for lap number 120 here. Click off quick. Look through the rest of the field. Tom already up 2 spots in ninth there. He got his bucket machine. Gonna buff the system. Corey Sherman's another one there who would love to go ahead and punch himself into the final 4. But the guys are not out of it yet. There's Gary Bowman. So you got 3 of the chase drivers right there, nose to tail. Richter, Sherman, and Bowman. You see Tom's going around, Eric Anderson. Did a little bump you got to come up into out of the turn. Got to be careful coming up out of that thing. It will send the truck up into the wall real quick. Did Dustin Ping. Here's run Heinzman down. Heinzman right now out front, but Dustin Ping has other plans. Dustin Ping says, I want to lead this race. He's looking to the inside. That's right, Matt's there. Matt has a shot. I think I put a lot of these guys in the very back. Matt, let's bring up the chart really quick one more time here. We'll see this battle for the lead. But you see right there, you have Matt and a lot of those guys back there in the back. They're going to have, I'm almost going to say going to have to win, like Cody Gibson, Codwell, and Ricker. Yeah, they're in a tight battle that mathematically they are on top of each other. But with Simple, if he just stays where he's at, I think he can be almost safe. Kind of safe. Right now you see Cody Heinzman looking strong. Dustin Ping's chewing up the back door of him though. He's looking on that inside. He's got it. If he's got that preferred line, he's going to take the lead away from Cody Heinzman. The truck there from old Cody, by the way. But Greg Mitchell has already got his ticket in the final 4. And you can chew through the tires. Tires will probably should be a problem here tonight. I'm going to go ahead and say it that way. On iRacing, sometimes it throws me for a loop. They should be an issue. Tires should be. We'll just have to see. Oh, just a little bit there. That's old Andrew Codwell. Didn't slow him down too much. Well, that's actually Brad Holmes, excuse me. But it's nose to tail right now. You got Codwell, you got Simple, you got Holmes, Mitchell. Mitchell's not in a really, he's just out here to try to see and look at Heinzman. And that, that's prototypical Dover right there. You might be thinking, oh man, you just don't see Heinzman do that a lot. You don't see that. Hey, that's coming out of that bump. And coming out of this bump, and let's ride along here. We'll ride along here with Matthew Simple. You'll see it. When he comes out of this bump, you'll see how it just kind of upsets the truck. It's not going to really see it too much here. Wait till he makes this pass here on Greg Mitchell. Clear Greg Mitchell, and he goes up the top of the track. He's not clearing yet. He has to stay down low. Oh, he will here. See how that truck gets a little loose coming out? He had to fight it right there with the wheel. He'll go in. He looks good. You had to diamond it into the turn. You look smooth right there on the bottom, but then you kind of let it drift up. And boom, that not really showing really well. Well, still got Greg Mitchell on his outside. Right here with Cody. Cody going to give us a better example. There you go. Now he comes up on Haskell way up to the top. Right now, position. You really can't tell. You don't want to get too much on that middle lane. Yeah, you can hold a guy off on that low line for a while. If you can hold him down there for a while, you can get him loose. And it's loose style on the bottom of this track. Brad Holmes last week. A very fast machine. Starting to see tires. And you know, we're talking about Cody Heinzman here, and I know Cody wants to win. Just go ahead, just punch yourself in and don't have to worry about it. But with only, you know, with this race and then one race here, realistically, all he has to do is stay in the top 5. He would have to, like, fall out of the race right now, finish 23rd, which unfortunately right now, Amanda Sherman in the War Wagon. Possum must be messing up her pedals or something here tonight. But he would have to fall realistically way back. And yeah. As long as he just stays consistent points, I think points he's probably out of the top 4 the safest in points. Because if you look, Corey Sherman, Sherman's 14 points back from Cody Gibson. I'd say Cody, as long as he doesn't have a dismal start. I mean, even with him sitting right here in 11th, I think he's okay, because Cody Gibson, as of right now, is only an 8. That's just not going to give him enough. I mean, Cody's almost, he's not a must win, because he's right there at the cutoff or right there at it. Yeah, he's up underneath the cutoff. Matthew Simple and Gary Bowman are the 2 right now. Gary right now sitting in 10th is one hurting. Matthew Simple's doing what he has to do. Top 5, I think, is what Matthew Simple needs to do. And the next 2 races, he either needs to win or needs that top 5. Man, right now, though, on the move, that's Tom Ricker. We saw him on the move last week, and then tragedy struck. At this point, Tom, I'm going to go out on a limb and say is a probably must win to get in. I don't feel like it's because with Simple, Gibson, and Bowman, and even the man in front of him there, Andrew Cardwell, all having good races. If they're just anywhere in the top 15, top 10, yeah, so I'm going to say that Tom's really going to need a win. Or he's going to need every one of those guys just to have one bad race. It could happen. It's racing, anything. Heinzman's run back down Dustin Ping to take that lead. So, we talk about Cody having a good long run truck. I think that's what you need here at this track. You're going to need a long run truck, and nobody is better at that I've seen than Cody Heinzman right now. He's able to save tires. He's able to find speed on old tires too. That's another thing. Him kind of going up to the middle of the track. He's going to diamond it in a little bit. Definitely good. But let's go back here and watch this battle. You see Tom's made it through there with Gibson. They've kind of got that thing spread out a little bit. Let's go further on back here with Tanner. Tanner holding strong back there in 16th spot with Jason Dismore. We've got to give a shout out to Leroy Cobb. Appreciate him sponsoring tonight's race. Thank you, sir. Got one truck out right now. That's Casey Tomlinson. Unfortunately, he's out. Andy Cork looking strong out here tonight, too. We're on with Brian Dorsey. Good old Larry Bell right there, too. Dave Gaines fourth. This track, you will get spread out. Yes, they are nose to tail right now. This is more of a, I think, a long run, momentum style track. Like if you've got to be able to save those tires. off the wall. You can see right there the perfect example of what I was talking about with Cody. How the truck wants to push out of the turn. Right up into the wall. Nothing you do. Remember, we're looking for lap 60, our first stage, and Cody definitely wants those bonus points because, you know, the bonus points, that only just helps him. Only helps him even more. Good shot of the wall right there. Cody's still holding strong, but it's all Heinzman up front, and he has pulled away by 2 seconds over Dustin Peen. With Greg Mitchell there. Well, I don't know if it's too early to say who's your favorites on maybe pulling off a chin. I mean, are we going to see Cody Heinzman repeat? We only got a couple more races left after tonight. It's been a great season so far. This battle here for second. Mitchell going on the inside. See Ping right there going to hang up onto the third. Matthew Simple doing what he needs to do to get a shot to go in there. There he is, Doug. What's going on, Doug? How you doing? Absolutely. Tom Ricker right now. I mean, we were just talking about him as far as his hopes on that Final Four for last week disaster. I really think at this point he's in a must-win. Looking strong, though. Now, it was interesting what Greg Mitchell said. Looks like they're 10 laps short on fuel. I wonder if he's talking about 10 laps short on maybe going 2 stops. Might see some fuel strategy here later. Who knows? Already got some pit stops. Brad Holmes, Dustin Peen coming on pit road. We're at lap 32 already, halfway to the first stage here tonight. Gary Bowman, another one of those stage players. As actually right now, that's a testament to this whole entire league. You have got right now your top 7 are all Chase driver. Heinzman, Mitchell, Sample, Gibson, Richter, Bowman, Codwell are all Chase drivers. The only one out of that has been the top 10. Be the top 10 would be the top 10 man right there, Corey Sherman. So we were just talking about what you got to do. You're on that cutoff line, and Cody Gibson is outside looking in. Matthew Simple is on the cutoff line. He does have a 6-point lead. Matthew does over Gibson. Bowman only has a 2-point lead over Simple. So as of right now, it looks like Simple might leapfrog Bowman. Gibson, and Gibson's 8 points back. He would need a little bit more maybe to leapfrog Bowman. So right now nothing has changed, but definitely would close the gap a little bit. This would be interesting just going in that next race. That's what I'm saying is some of these guys are pretty much just must win. There's Corey Sherman's on pit road now. See Gibson right there looking good. Mitchell sitting in second. Simple up in third. Matthew Simple's definitely doing what he needs to do. This race, next race. Oh, Ed Jurgen coming up in 8. Eric Anderson on pit road. A lot of pit stops happening right now. Lee Campbell having a good run right here too. See the man up underneath him there, Stiverson. And right behind him, our sponsor man tonight. Uh-oh, Andy Cork around. Into the wall. That's probably going to bring a caution if you cannot get that thing turned. Yeah. As soon as he went on the track, he carried through the caution. Like to have seen that one not go, but hey, caution tonight. Here we go. Go too slow and into the wall. We've seen it all night long. Slams it hard. Watch it one more time, different angle. He got that wall. Ooh, truck in front of him got in the wall and he had nowhere to go. Hard into the wall. Mr. Graybeard Racing. Slamming it tonight. Under caution, first time here. That's kind of probably what you're going to see. Well, go crazy. Little Caesar's man here. At 40. Pit stops. Watch some of these pit stops here. Tires and fuel. Cody Gibson misses pit stop. Pit box. Ooh. Well, Heinzman with fuel only. Simple with 4 tires. Oh. Ricker fuel only. So maybe they know something about the tire wear that we don't know here. Oh. Bring up Matthew, get a word with him. Matthew, Joy in the booth, got a copy? Matthew, Joy in the booth, got a copy?
Yeah, I got you, Joe.
Well, man, I tell you what, right now, you came back out of the pits looking strong. You know, you're right there on that cutoff line coming in here. You know, you're doing what you need to do. Stay up there and be very consistent in front of a lot of the other guys. But how is it feeling out there on this track?
It's really slick. I was all right there for about 15, 20 laps, and after that, the rear end of the truck just wanted to slide around. So I'm trying to manage that so I can manage tires in case we go to a long green flag run eventually in the race. But right now, I think it's just a shootout to the end of stage 1.
Well, I'll tell you what, good luck out there, Matthew.
Thank you, sir.
There we go, Matthew Simple, and just got a word with him right there. So, yeah, it's kind of what I was thinking myself too. Track's kind of slick out there, so got those new tires. He wants some stage. I mean, stage points definitely are crucial here. And you've also got Ricker and Heinzman. They've got to be careful here because they got some guys behind them on new tires. So I'm interested to see what this restart is. They don't want to spin their tires, but these cars in, we've seen such good jumps by Heinzman. Can he hold them off the entire distance? That's going to be the question, which it's Cody Heinzman. Hey. Oh, Ricker did not get going. And you could see Simple and Codwell, both of those new tires, and they're just going to eat Heinzman up. And again, I'm looking at this right here too, and you see this. I think Simple needs those points along with Codwell too, needs them. And look at Andrew to the outside. He says, I want to lead, my man. This is crucial for both of these guys. Especially Codwell. Simple, you see Andrew, he would definitely like to get those. Gary Bowman's up there too with the new tire. So what did we learn? New tires are better than the old. And you're talking 40 lap different tires. Here comes Tom. What Cody doesn't want to happen is wreck. And the worst maybe can happen right now is he finished 20th. Cody Gibson still on pit road for some reason, along with Brad Holmes. So they both. See Heinzman dropping back. I know he would like to get some stage points, but again, the big picture here is early in the race. Yeah. Codwell out front. Simple said it himself, it's going to be a drag race. And it's a short shootout to the stage. Codwell wants it. Mitchell's right there behind him. Simple falls back to third. You're batting on a loose truck, back to turns up. That's the only way you can get it done. Gary Bowman doing a strong job right there, sitting in fourth. Remember, him and Simple are in the top four. Bowman is ahead of him by like 2 points over Simple. Yeah, they're not taking tires. This is probably a plan because they're going to come in. If they don't lose a lot, they're definitely going to come in here. Yeah, I don't. Some of these guys still must win. And Codwell here. See, now this would really mix up that top. Because Codwell is outside looking in. If he was to win this race, that would put him in. I gotta get clarification on there. There's going to be 5 drivers for the championship because it says championship 4, but I think somebody got happy with the line over there. But if Codwell was to win this race and put himself in, then it would be a battle for, I'm going to say, the last 2 spots. Because, again, points-wise, Cody, I don't even think Sherman is coming in here. Corey Sherman is 10, solid about 18 points back from Heinzman. So, Corey Sherman would have to, and right now, unfortunately, Corey Sherman's a lap down back in 18th. So, yeah, even if Heinzman, let's say, finished 17th, Sherman would have to be way up there at the front. The only person other, look at the points again here, Matthew Simple, Cody Gibson, who, well, unfortunately right now, Cody Gibson's hopes have pretty much just went out the door if he finishes where he is right now. And, I'm not sure what happened to Gibson. Green, we can't go back and see. Caution came out. If I'm finding here, we'll look at the lead. Caution came out. Right here. Now, he is still, all right, he enters pit road. We saw him slow when that caution came out. Turk's got damage. He hit something. Okay. Cody hit something. Yeah. Oh. He hit the entrance of pit road. Wow. Oh, right there. Man, we missed it, but that's what happened to Cody Gibson, and that's why he's on pit road. Wow. Unfortunate for him tonight, and it pretty much does him in. As you can see, Andrew Codwell now is in traffic. Kind of modulate through. So now this really mixes up those last four, Codwell and Richter. I just hate it for Gibson. Heartbreaker. Codwell looking strong. He's putting some guys about a lap down. Mitchell sitting right there in second. They're in a gaggle. You got Bowman. He's got the game genie machine. He's sitting there going, boy, I'd love to win. Simple's doing what he needs to do. So as of right now, Codwell is the man. Now, let's throw some scenarios out here and play some devil advocate really quick. If Codwell, and I know it's way early, folks. We're coming up here actually on the stage. And stage one winner is going to be Andrew Codwell, by the way. So when that happens, if Codwell was to, let's just say, pull this win out, everybody stays like they are, Corey Sherman could be the odd man out here. Because Gary Bowman is 6 points back. A lot of scenarios going into the next race. Wow, that can happen. We'll just have to see how this one plays out here. Is stage one going to be about in the record books here is Andrew Codwell. There it is. Going to take stage one. Cody Heisman's going to be outside the top 10. Not getting any stages on that. I think the top 10 is the only one. Tom's going to hang on to 10th. Might be the top 10. Might be more than that, but we'll go off the top 10 for right now. So, all right. Folks, been a good one at Dover. Step away, take a quick commercial break. Be right back.
And then if you want to, just a little bit about how the foundation helped you.
You know, I was in a pretty serious deal, as most people know about. It's a pretty tough deal, very traumatic for my family. A lot of stuff that we went through that people would never understand. Without the assistance from the Steve King Foundation and several other donors as well, we could have come out of that thing in financial ruin. But it just takes a lot out of your family just to go through rehabilitation, all the medical bills. There's so many hidden expenses and stuff that you would never know about until you actually get involved in something like that. And and even if you help somebody out with 500 or 1,000 or 100, whatever it is, it means a ton to the person, just to be able to live and to get through these things. It takes an ungodly amount of money, time, effort, patience, with the families, the doctors, to be able to get through a traumatic experience. And, with the Steve King Foundation, that makes everything a lot better.
All right, folks, here we go. Let's line them up. Good Dustin Peen going to be the man up front in this one. We're getting set to go back green here tonight. Dover. Stage one's in the books. Cody Heisman back there in traffic. He's going to have to be a little bit careful. And he's not out of the woodwork yet. And not the deep end, let's say that, but still okay. I mean, it's got to be a feel-good to know that, hey, look, you can have a somewhat kind of bad race and still possibly make it into the Final Four. But he's come in with such a huge points lead. He put himself in that position. That's what you got to do, guys. Getting set here. That's a fight right now. Codwell is clawing. Pace cars in. Ping's right there with him. Codwell, Mitchell, Bowman. Racing in Dover. Back at it here tonight. Leroy Cobb sponsoring this thing for us. And Dustin Ping got the jump, but then, well, what are you doing? Oh, Ping didn't take time. Ping is not. Okay. Ping stayed out. Okay. Dustin Ping stayed out for some reason. Not sure why. Meanwhile, up front, Greg Mitchell has other plans here. He says, look, I've already won one. I can win another one. And this right here could mess that up too, man, if old Greg Mitchell gets up there and wins it. Wow. Codwell Bowman sitting there going, man, we need it. Look at that simple. So you've actually right now, your second, third, and fourth place are all folks right here. One of them outside looking in, the other two. One of them's on the cutoff, and the other two is right there at the cutoff. And you can actually see, here comes Simple. And as Codwell falls back to third, he's slowly but surely seeing his hopes, man. Like, man, yeah, okay, I'm about to race this thing next week. But, you know, if Codwell still could get up here and maybe a top three, come out of here with a top three finish, he still could come out of here with a very good in points. That means he's making Matthew Simple and Bowman both race. Here comes Tom. Look at Tom. Boy, got that thing rolling. Cody Heinzman's coming through the field. Yeah, they got good tires. Wow. Oh, Codwell did not put on tires. That's why he's falling back. Okay. Now, Tom is I don't want to say it. Well, I guess about the only way I can say it is the long shot man here, so to speak. He's last, sitting in 8th, coming in here in the points. He's like Codwell. Pretty much he needs a win. If he can win this race, punches himself in a ticket to race for a championship. I'm curious on how these guys are going to race Cody Heinzman if he makes it into the Final Four. Right now, Heinzman doing what he needs to do on those tires. And what we've learned tonight is tires are what matter. You're going to need a good set of tires. Top guys took tires. Simple, Ricker. So, yeah, your top 4 or 5 all took tires. Codwell's falling back, did not. Ed Jurgen, man, right there in 5th place spot, looking strong. Gary Bowman took tires also. Jackie Bronin. Good looking truck too, by the way. There's unfortunately Corey Sherman. He's not safe, folks. This right here could be a wild one for Corey Sherman. He is actually a lap down. Might be a couple laps down. And he is not safe. By no means, points-wise. Not with Gary Bowman chewing on his back door. I mean, right now, let's see. Bowman is sitting in 7th. He's in 17th, so it's 10-point difference. Remember I said there's only about an 8-point, 6-point difference between the two? Yeah, boy. Woo. And this is not the race that Corey Sherman needs. Still a long way to go. And folks, we're also looking for our next stage, lap 120. Lap 120. See what happens. Meanwhile, it's all Mitchell out front. He's already won. He's already punched his way a ticket into it, but he'd love to win again. How y'all liking the race out there right now? I'm enjoying it. Been a good, exciting one. Matthew Simple He's doing what he needs to do, the Canadian. Ride strong. Heinzman goes around Richter. Oh, Tom's going, man, come on, Cody. You're already in this thing points. I need to win. Eric Anderson, the first one a lap down, unfortunately. And that's not helping Corey Sherman out back there because he's not going to get the lucky dogs. Tonight's race not going how Corey Sherman wants. Tom, I mean, points-wise, he's looking strong. He will probably leapfrog Cody Gibson. But he's still got to contest with Andrew Codwell. And then even at that, he's got two guys right there at him, Matthew Simple and Gary Bowman, both. Yeah. Now, let's throw another scenario up here because Tom, yeah, I'm going to still say points-wise to Corey. I think Corey still would be safe. Right now, Corey's looking good because of Codwell. Codwell with Cody Gibson out of this one, pretty much probably going to have to go in next week with have to have a win. Codwell right now, yeah, he's only what 10 positions, and we're going to go 1 point up position. That'd be 10 points. He won't gain enough to leapfrog Sherman. So as of right now, if the race was to end right now, Sherman would be on the cutoff line. Simple, Bowman pretty much would leapfrog him. And your top four would be, as of right now, Mitchell, Heinzman, I'm going to say Simple, Bowman, and then Sherman. Just by going off of 1 point a position, folks. I'm not trying to sit up here and do mathematics out the wazoo, but just by just little math. No bonus points or anything like that. Although Andrew did get some bonus points. But yeah. Meanwhile, as of right now, it's all Greg Mitchell out front. Heinzman is trying to do everything he can to run him down to go ahead and win this thing. Simple would love to put himself up there too. My thing is, does anybody have anything for Heinzman on the long run? I think Matthew has found a little bit of something. I mean, because you can see right here, I mean, Cody just ran a 24-27. The Mitchell's 35. Simple did run a 37 also, but everybody else is running like 61, 37s, 96. I mean, other than Matthew right now running lap for lap, the Heinzman, even right there, was a 34-40. Mitchell did run a 37, so Heinzman did slow down a little bit. I don't know where he gets that speed Cody does. I mean, I have talked about this. I mean, he is one of the best. I'll give him credit. Tom right now ran a 55, so Tom is falling off the pace just a little bit. He needs to maybe start trying to back the turns up a little bit or something. Try to find where he needs to get into those turns and get going. Ed Jurgen, the man right there sitting in fifth, along with Gary Bowman. One of the chase drivers himself sitting right there in the sixth place spot. And Larry Bell having a run. He's up 12 spots, hard charging. There in seventh. Andrew Codwell hanging on in the eighth place spot. Man, what a run for him. Larry Bell. Dover's a tricky track. They don't call it the Monster Mile for no reason. Miles gets up here and he loves chewing on tires. He loves chewing on the side of cars and trucks. He likes sheet metal and rubber. Good combination for him. He said he makes a salad out of it. Put a little bit of motor oil on it, and he loves it. Go miles. I remember before I said they used to call this Dover Downs. I think they changed the name of it. They probably got some sponsor, and I don't know. If anybody out there knows what it is, let me know. Speaking of sponsors, got to give a shout out to Leroy Cobb. Thank you, Cobb, man, for sponsoring tonight's race for us. Definitely appreciate that. I said before, appreciate all the drivers out here, and it's been a wonderful season so far in the Cyber Thunder Tuesday League here in the Truck Series. We got 2 races after the night. We got one more race to decide who's going to race for the Final Fours. Somebody's on pit road smoking. Who's on pit road smoking? Oh, Cody Gibson. Ow. Yeah, well, we know he's done now. I mean, that thing is down there puffing like a weed eater. But it has been a great season. I do appreciate it, man. It has been awesome. After tonight, we got one more race. See who's going to race in for the Final Four. With 2 more races left in the season after tonight. Awesome. We go to Nashville next week. That's a big track. Then we go to Atlanta. Conclude this one. Greg Mitchell right now trying to hold him off. Heinzman right there behind him. Greg's trying to prove a point here tonight that Cody Heinzman can be beat. The guys don't, just if he makes the Final Four, just don't go ahead and say, okay, yeah. As some caution. Remember, we were looking for lap 120 here, by the way. Lap 120. Right now, we're at lap 94. We've only had 1 caution tonight, other than the stage caution. Matthew Simple running right there in the 3rd place spot as Greg Mitchell's leading this one. Heinzman hanging on in the 2nd. Ricker there in the 4th place. And I'm almost going to say pretty much it's a must-win either in this race or next race to make that Final Four. He's making a statement tonight. Yeah. Herman coming off pit road. Ed Jurgen having a good solid run here tonight to himself there in 5th place along with Gary Bowman. Larry Bell's the one guy that's really having a good run. He's up 12 spots. There in 7th. Codwell doing what he has to do there in 8th. Lee Campbell. Got Leroy behind him. We got Lee and Leroy. They're that fast about 10 times. Really quick. Looks to be right now only 14 machines on the lead lap as Tanner Marm makes a pit stop. So it's going to be about 13 on there. Yeah, there he is. He's on pit road. Right. Mike Stipperson right back here too with old Eric Anderson. Eric's been a little quiet tonight. Been up and down. Eric there along with him. Jackie Bronin having a good solid run himself too there in 11th. Look at Amanda. Pulled that thing up from last place up to 18th now, so trying to get up there through the field. It's all Greg Mitchell out front in this one though. He does have a 1.7 second lead. He's maintaining that lead. He had a 25.03 to 06 to a 10, so the top 3 are running right there, and Tom's sitting in the 4th place spot. I mean, you got what? They just ran an 00. Oh, boy, Heinzman really slowed down on that one for some reason. I think he must have went around some lap traffic. He ran a 38 that time to a 10. no inconsistent times. Larry Bell on pit road. Looks like a lot of these guys making a pit stop right before the stages. We saw before what that happened. There's a shootout right before it. Hines been trading in the truck tonight. He's got the Little Caesar. Pizza. It's a, oh, man, look at that thing. Get sideways coming off the turn. Whoa. Hang on to it. Oh. You know, we don't see many mistakes out of that man. But I ain't saying you can't see it tonight. Miles is in there going, I don't care how great you are, Cody. Just give me one little chomp. I'll put you in the wall. And it don't take much for to hit that outside wall coming out of the turn. It'll send you shooting off down the inside, and his night could be done. See, these guys having to drive this thing. Remember, Matthew and Greg both. They stated it was slick after a while. And Simple right now is doing a good job himself. Kind of a little bit different than what I'm used to seeing. It almost looks like the truck gets a little tight going in. Used to you diming these things off into the turn. But look at that right there, how he's going into the turn. Here's to you with diamond it off in the turn, stay down low, and then you kind of drift up out of the track, out of the turn. Here you kind of go in, you go kind of one lane up a little bit, and it drifts to the middle all the way through the center. Then kind of let it drift up to the the wall coming out. So a little bit different. Almost, kind of like Darlington a little bit. Darlington, how you go in a little bit low and it kind of looks like rubber band straight up the track. Watch him right here as he goes in. Approaches, he instantly goes up to the middle of the track. A little bit different. And all that's over the years, changing of, of the track temp, how the track surface is, how the tires are, how the tire model is throughout and whatnot. So definitely could change how you run these tracks. Because a lot of the ways I'm talking, man, have been going on, 9 years. It's like third place man's coming on pit road. Matthew Simple says, okay, I'm going to give it up. Now, I had a slip coming out of the turn. It looks like because he lost a little time. Well, look at Mitchell, all in traffic, coming up on a lot of traffic. Are they going to try to push this thing now? There's no way they're going to push this thing to the stage. Stage lap 120. Yeah, they can. We have not seen a full run of stage yet. Remember, they pitted at lap 62. That would mean they would have to go 40. Well, they have to go 40. They'd have to go 60, 58 laps. They'd have to go 58 laps. I think it might be doable at this track. I think it could be doable. Greg Mitchell right now is trying to hold them off. Cody's closing in. Cody would love to get some stage, and I think Greg is realizing I need to go around these lap trucks. I think he was thinking about maybe just riding behind them, but Cody's coming, and Cody wants the stage bonus points because that'll put him. That'll help him out if he even has a bad race next week. Matthew Simple still holding strong. Right there in third. Look at old Ed Jurgen having a good run in the lawnmower machine out there. Jurgen John Lawn Care. Quite sure where he's from, but here in this area, needs some weeds done, lawn mowed. Got a business, probably does businesses too. Check him out. Bergen Lawn Care. Awesome. Tom back here in 5th place spot. I'm not going to sit here and say, okay, Tom, you're in a bad spot. No. Hey, where are you at? Because next week, keep fighting. I don't want Bowman to go around you, but keep fighting. You need to do. And there's still time in this race. Folks, I mean, we're looking for stage 2, and then we got 100 laps to go. Going about the first 100 laps has been wild. You see Hines been on pit road. Simple coming with him. Mitchell opts to stay out. I think tires, there's not many tracks on iRacing that I can actually say tires truly matter. And I think this is one of the tracks where they do matter. Because your tires get chewed up so bad here and you're so loose. What's up, Josh? How you doing? Josh Walters, man, what's going on out there, man? How are you? Well, we're running a championship race here in Dover. Got championship 8. There's a pit stops. We got up here on stage number 1. We're looking for lap 120, and I think at this point, Greg Mitchell might be looking to run this thing to the stage. Although Gary Bowman behind him, and Tom would be like, hey, Joe Young, we wouldn't mind if we go into pits right now, and maybe let one of us just take that. And there he goes. Mitchell pit road. We were just talking about it. I'm a genie in a bottle, or whatever would be in a bottle. Yeah, I'm a magician. Gary Bowman's going, boy, I don't know if I can hold on or not. I'm going to try. He hit at lap 62, remember. He would have to go, he'd have to go solid another 4 more laps. I don't know. Oh, Joshua, man, what a race last night, wasn't it, man? Going to be a good one this Friday, too, by the way, Josh. Can Bowman hold on to this thing, or can Tom stay out there? I mean, at some point, those two guys are going to have to just say, yeah, we're going to have to stay. And Cody is a lap down, 20 seconds back. And Cody and Greg both are going to get back on their lead lap. Oh, Cody and Greg didn't put tires on. Okay. They just put fuel. That's interesting. These guys can go quite a bit ways here on their tires. Well, they're not running down Bowman as fast as I thought they would. They don't have new tires. See old Tom right back here too. And he's just trying to hang on. I see Bowman and Rickard. They're just trying to hang on. They're coming around. Bowman's coming around this thing here. He's only going to have maybe half a lap. He's just going to cruise. Might be out of fuel. Bowman might be out of fuel. Or he's running out of fuel. But it won't matter. I guess it would matter. But he's going to come out of turn 4. He's going to win stage 2 here. Gary Bowman. Could see the caution fly here. But that truck's got to be sputtering. Turning it off. Yeah, he's going, okay, Tom, it's, there we go. Tom having to do the same thing. Now the question is, can they make it? He's got that motor all the way off. Oh, no doubt, Josh, it was. Gary's just going to run this whole entire caution lap with the motor off. Look at that. He's going to get just enough to get it to coast. Now, here's a question. If he is out of fuel or pretty much close to out of fuel, better not miss that pit box. This is where it becomes really tough. Hey, Bowman. Slowly coming out, creeping. Don't miss that pit box. You got it. No, he didn't. Oh, no. I call it all the time. Mental mistakes. Not going to cost him the lead, but man, it cost him a little time. Mitchell comes down. He's going to beat Ping off. Heinzman's going to come out of third. So this is going to set the stage here. They went well over 50 some laps on fuel. I don't know. Only 5 cars or trucks on the lead lap. Right now you got Bowman, Richter, Heinzman, Mitchell, and Matthew Simple are the top 5 on the lead lap. Everybody else, they're lap down. And get this thing sorted out here. Here we go. For all the marbles, the next 100 laps here. No more stages, no more nothing. Who's outside looking in? Because the whole top 5 are all chase drivers. Corey Sherman is the lone one back there sitting in 17th. And, folks, he's in trouble when it comes to points-wise. Cody Gibson, his night ended early. It's probably his hopes for, unless he wins next week, his hopes for a championship are going into the Final Four, fighting for it. Probably just went away with collision going on pit road. And he's not 100% out of it, but he's going to come in next week with a must win. Tom, right now, I'm still saying, is in that must-win category as of right now. He comes out of here with a second-place finish tonight, though. Not bad. Yeah, you don't ever want to spin the tires, Kathy. You're right. But you got to look, everybody's on new tires, so you would have to really, really hard spin them here as opposed to when you're on, like, old tires. It can be done, though. Remember, your tires are still cold. Got low pressure in them. Just because you got new ones on don't mean that they're, glued to the surface. That's kind of a misconception that a lot of people think, well, they got new tires. Those things ought to be all sticky. No. New tires, it usually takes about a lap or two, depending on the track. Sometimes it can take more. Sometimes it can take a little less. It takes, about a lap or so. Get them things up to temperature. Then they start sticking like glue. Race cars in. Here we go. Bowman and company up front. Richter there with them. What is Heinzman going to do? Tom just is not getting off on the restarts. I don't know if he's sleeping. But he has to take off. Well, he does. And you saw right there, he didn't take off. I don't know what he's doing. How much does Bowman got? Nothing for Heinzman. Heinzman shoots by him like he's sitting still. Cody Heinzman will not sit back here and relax. Tom Ricker cannot relax. He has got to go. Tom's going to go, look, I want some pizza on the back of that machine. Let me borrow your game genie there a minute there, Bowman. I got to put some cheat codes in and get this thing going because Buc-ee's ain't getting it done. They didn't sell me my energy drink. Greg Mitchell, though, he is hammered. Mitchell here, though, is not giving up, even though he has won and has got his ticket into the Final Four already. He's going, guys, look, I get it. Y'all need a win. Y'all need something. I just want to win. I want to spoil y'all's party. Meanwhile, Matthew Simple is marred in traffic back here. Boy, he is 5 seconds back. I don't know what happened. I don't know why I didn't have him put up in front of them. But, yeah, Matthew Simple right now in trouble. Here comes Tom. Fighting hard with Cody. Now, Cody's not in a must-win. I mean, if Cody Gibson, if he finishes in the top 5, he still points-wise is very, very in the good. Tom is in a must-win. Even if he comes out of here tonight, let's say in second, I'm going to still say he's in probably that must-win. Garrick Mitchell sitting there going, yeah. I still want to win this race. Gary Bowman has other plans. He's up underneath him, though. Matthew Simple, unfortunately, fell right behind him. Here comes some other guys back here. Corey Sherman's going, hey, guys, remember me? Yeah, you ain't seen me all night. I'm still here, though. I'm still fighting. I'm not giving up my hopes on this championship. Well, coming out of this race, if it was the end like it was right now, Corey Sherman would be in a hole going into next week. Tom out front leading it. Mitchell right there along with him, Gary Bowman. Matthew Simple, man, unfortunately fell all the way back. I think he got caught in a lot of that lap traffic for some reason. Kathy out there, go. That's right, Kathy. You tell Tom to go. Don't look back. Here comes Dustin Ping. He's the first one a lap down. Trying to get back on the lead lap the hard way. Got fresh tires and a fast machine. Don't be scared just because those are race drivers. Now, Andrew Codwell. Interesting right here for him, too. Remember we were talking about him? He's outside that top 8 looking in. Well, he needs to get back on the lead lap. Right there behind Dustin Ping. We get around Ping, you can get the lucky dog. Codwell's going to have to be, at this point, I think Codwell's got to be a little aggressive. And I know these guys are probably thinking, man, Mitchell up here, all in our way. Craig Mitchell's going, hey, I'm going to show that, look, if Tom or Heinzman or any of those guys make it to the Final Four, I'm going to show them just how fast I am, and right now he is. Dustin Ping trying to bring Codwell along with him. Ping's looking to the inside. Probably having to use up a little bit of tires to try to get up there. Meanwhile, still Tom out front. Heinzman ran an 86 that time. Not quite as fast as Ricker. He ran a 73. Mitchell with a 90 and a 98 from Doug Bowman. Ping, though, out here running numbers, 74. You know, Heinzman always runs a little bit slow. That long run speed he does. Matthew's still trying. Now, he's chopping through the field, Matthew is. Trying to get back up here. And still, even if Matthew was to finish here tonight, it would be a heck of a points night for him. I don't think he would lose. He still would be in the top 4 coming out of this thing. Look at it. I guess they are going to put 5 in the championship because now, the way they have got the chart set up, folks, they're going to have 5 in the championship. I don't know why. Okay. I'll have to get confirmation on that one from Tom. Y'all tell me if I'm looking at it wrong. I'm going to flash it up here on the screen for you. Don't that look like they're showing 5? And then they're actually got 5 in the green? Yeah. Unless they're saying that Matthew Simple's there on the cutoff line. Now, if that's true, if they're looking at 4, Matthew Simple's actually outside looking in. And he needs to leapfrog Gary Bowman. So, yeah, I mean, I'll have to get confirmation on that one. Right now, Simple back here in the back with Bowman actually holding on to the 4th place spot. Although Tom's the man out front. Dustin's looking like he's wanting to get his lap back. He's got a half-second lead over Cody Heinzman, who is not in a must-win situation. But he would love to win because then it'd put him in. You see him just at long run speed. He's already closing the gap. He just somehow knows how to make this thing work on the long run. Tom's last lap was a 24:40 to a 24:17. I mean, Mitchell had a 12 and a 16 for Bowman. So, yeah, what that kind of tells me there is I think Tom took off, went out there, used a lot of tires to get a big lead, which would be good if cautions was flying, because then short run speed would come in. The way this race has been going, no. They had, 2 official cautions other than the stages. That time he picked it up, Richter did. Heinzman kind of got the wall just a little bit. See Mitchell right there breathing down his back door. Cody traded in the Gamer Sup machine for Little Caesar's Pizza. I'd rather have the pizza myself than the energy drink. He felt like the Sup machine wasn't giving him good luck. Oh, he keeps hitting that wall like that. He's not going to have too much good luck. Gary's going to get up there. Greg's going to get up there, man, and pop him in the back. That's a little Dover strike for you, though. Just goes to show you how tough this track is. Out the Monster Mile, even for one of the best in the business. Cody Heinzman there still has trouble on the track. Good showing here. Now he's going to go right up underneath Ping. Ping has tried everything he could to maybe get up there and get his lead back. Hold these guys up because they're on the lead lap. Meanwhile, Richter out front. Stay away from Tom if you got to crash. Kathy's going. Yeah. You know, Tom's probably thinking that too. If you got to crash, stay away from Tom. Yeah, last week, man, Tom was in line for a good finish, good run. Just heartbreak. Got caught up in that wreck. You can see right now Cody Heinzman closing the gap. Heinzman right there on his back door. You know, wild way they're going into the turns. Almost looks like it throws you up the track like it does at Darlington. Going to turn, and you can just see you go way up the track. Dover has changed over the years. Go to Greg Mitchell, though. He's closing in. Greg's going, you know, I know you two guys need a win, want to win. Greg's going, I'm going to show you that I'm just not going to be a pushover. I have said this all season long. If you let Cody Heinzman get out there and run his own race and get in a rhythm, you're going to lose. And I'm not saying that in a mean way. I'm not saying take away from any talent from the field, because Boy, we are loaded out here on this field. I'm saying about what you see on the track, and when he gets out there and the groove is done, you got to get him out of his comfort zone. And there's some drivers that you can do that, or you just have to do that, even in real life. And we're seeing it actually tonight a little bit. Cody's still an exceptional driver. He's going to be up there, and still running for the win and everything else. But you can see by their, he's made a few mistakes here and there. Talking about, get him up and rattle his cage a little bit. Make him a little uncomfortable. And that's what they're going to have to do. If he comes down to the Final Four and he's in it, that's what Mitchell and whoever else, the other 3 or 4 is going to be in there with him. That's what they're going to have to do also. Get up there, rattle that cage just a little bit, make him uncomfortable at Atlanta. Because we're going to the 08 Atlanta, which I think is, I don't know, Josh, if you're still out there, I'm going to say that's the old Atlanta. I'm not sure if that's the repave. Might be, though. It's kind of new. Wait. But 08 sounds like the old Atlanta. If it's the old Atlanta, then talking about a tire chewer then. Almost like what we're seeing tonight. But a very fast track. Indeed. Right now you see Mitchell all over the back door of Heinzman. That's what I'm talking about. You just normally don't see that. You usually see Cody just out there setting sail. And a little bit of it might be the factor too is, you don't want to get up here and get into the Tom. You've got to be really, careful in this track here too. You can get up here and one little slip, you can get into a guy. Get yourself, you can get your own self in trouble. At 157 right now. I'm curious on when. Remember they went about 50-some laps on fuel. Let's say 50 laps. Tom slipped right there. They'd have to get this thing to 175 at least. What is my favorite track? Are you talking as far as my favorite track to watch or my favorite track to drive on iRacing? Because you got to understand, it has been probably a solid 9 years or so since I drove on iRacing. Well, I take that back. Well, yeah, since I've drove an oval on iRacing. I've done road racing on iRacing since then. But one of my favorite tracks to watch, obviously, is probably the plate tracks, Daytonas and Talladegas. I mean, those are exciting. Track to drive, though, if I had to pick a track to drive, not going to be Dover, I'll tell you that much. Dover's a track like, both. Well, like I say, to watch, obviously in real life and anything else would be Daytona, Talladega, because, they're plate track style races. But I always like a good race, follow the leader style. I mean, this right here is really a good race going on. Probably the drive, going to be between probably Kentucky or Charlotte. And right there, Greg Mitchell been bumping the wall just a little bit with Andrew Codwell. They're going around him. Probably between those two. A little bit of overcast. It's going to cool the track down a little bit here. Remember, this is a concrete style track. Way different. Codwell's got new tires. He just came on the pit, so he should be able to just blow right by those guys. And the reason I say those two tracks is Kentucky is my first ever win in iRacing, and I ran a lot on that track. Charlotte, I won in the ARCA car, and I raced it a lot too. So, least favorite track, probably the drive, and as you can see right now, boy, Tom thought he was going to try to race right there with Codwell. Codwell newer tires, not so much. Is that Codwell? That's Brad Holmes. Excuse me, Brad Holmes on newer tires. The plate tracks, driving wise on iRacing, probably not some of my favorite to do because they're just nerve wracking. That now Darlington probably would be my least one. Darlington, I just no. Go away with that one. It's a tough track for me. I need to get back out here and race some more. I haven't. You know, I've said this before. So we're watching this great battle up front here. Tom Ricker, Cody Heinzman, Greg Mitchell, Gary Bowman. It's not about me. It's about these guys here right now. Battle for championships. I've said it time and time again. You know, I can sit here and tell you guys, okay, what needs to be done, but implementing it is a different story. Putting it in play. Now, I can see what the truck is doing there. It's getting a little tight going into the turn. Back that turn up a little bit. Go in. And, you know, Cody is one of the best at doing that right now. And this thing is getting really loose coming out of the turns. Sorry about that, folks. As of right now, it has been Tom Ricker out front, leading this thing. I'd have to say right now, Tom's favorite track's Dover. If he wins this one here tonight, folks, he's going to punch his ticket in. Cody, points-wise, yeah, I mean, where he's at right now, there's no way, you know, points-wise, he's fine. All these guys have to make a pit stop, though. And as it looks right now, they're only going to make one stop. Matthew Simple has caught him. Look at this. Matthew Simple right now is running them down. I like this intensity. I like this. You know, we don't know what's going to happen. What is the play here? Who's going to get what? Matthew is still in a good spot, but it's these four guys up front here. Justin Peen, first one lap down. Back at 6, good old Larry Bell still having a solid run tonight, too, there in 7th. And Mike Stiverson up in the 8th. Lee Campbell having a solid run there as Ed Jurgen just went on pit road. Corey Sherman, he's back up to 11th. And, you know, we were talking earlier about Sherman because at one point he was way back at, 17, 18, 19th place spot. If he could come out of here with an 11th place spot, me, that's a win. His pit stops up front, man. Ricker and Heinzman come on pit road. Oh, wow. I still think they can go to distance. I still think they can. Greg last time went long. But Corey Sherman, he come out of this thing, and Mitchell comes on pit road this time, along with Bowman. They came in a lap past. Simple's going to stay out. Well, if we caught a caution right now, well, Matthew Simple would be just like the luckiest man alive. Just like he's coming on pit road right now. Gotta get them 4 tires and fuel. Uh-oh. Well, I thought Greg Mitchell there for a second. I thought, uh-oh. Okay, Mitchell's off. He's gone. Cody going to be able to make it around Heinzman? Ooh. Mitchell. Okay. And Cody's going to make it around and uh-oh. Are you kidding me? Greg Mitchell with a penalty, and this is right. Well, it's not a crusher for him because he's already in the playoffs, but wow. Back down on pit road. Probably caught him speeding. Oh boy. What happened to Tom? Tom? Well, we better go back and look because Tom still on pit road, folks. Uh-oh. Trouble for Tom Richter, and we need to go back and watch what happened. We didn't catch it. He's got damage. He had to get damage coming on pit road. Are you kidding? Wow. 2 weeks in a row, Tom Richter. Okay, here we go. He looks fine right there. We saw him come on pit road, but we weren't watching it. Oh, and Cody Heinzman got involved too. Cody lucky though it didn't pop the motor there because he hit hard. But are you kidding me? Tom Richter, just like Cody Gibson. And that right there, folks, might do it in, but story of the night, though, right there, heavy damage on Cody Heinzman's truck. And he's still faster than anybody on the track. Wow. Well, I'm going to say he's faster than anybody. He's a lot slower than Matthew Simple. The good news is Simple, for Heinzman, is Simple's 5 seconds back. And Andrew Codwell is way back also. In the world, Cody Heinzman that quick with that kind of damage on the front nose. You can see it right there, folks. You can see it there, but wow, he is lucky it did not pop that motor. Gary Bowman, though. Now, Gary needs a win. And if I'm Gary, I'm telling Cody, look, man, move. I know, Kathy. I can't believe it either. It's 2 weeks in a row, heartbreak. I know Tom is going to be devastated. Last week got caught up in a wreck, put it in a deadly hole. This week looks almost just like what Cody Gibson had happen. Now, Cody Heinzman doesn't need this kind of a mess up. And I think the guy right now that they need to look out for, I mean, yeah, look, Heinzman is still fast. Good old Gary right here. Yeah, you can see him. He is closing in on the turns. At some point, Gary Bowman's going to have to push that issue. Because if they keep going, they've got a bad, fast Matthew Simple coming. Look at this. Simple's 5 seconds back. Those two are running about dead even. I don't think Bowman's got. See what Gary Bowman wants here. Cody Heinzman still amazing. The man's got 9 lives, Cody does. If he wins this race with that damage, that's just impressive. I'm just wondering if he's got motor damage. That's what I'm wondering. He hit hard. Is that thing temperature-wise? Is it going to go up? I mean, the thing is, we don't see what the temperatures is on the cars or in the truck. Yeah, so we won't know if temperature-wise he's having a problem. Here comes Gary. He says, okay, I've had enough. I've rode behind you long enough. I got to go around. I got to win this race. Gary Bowman wins this race. Wow. Cody's still fine. Points-wise, he is still fine. Simple's brought it down to right about 4.4 seconds. Start seeing Heinzman, he's slowing down a lot. Now right now the worst Heinzman can do is 4th place. Good news for him, laps are winding off quick. What Cody don't want to happen is the motor to blow up. He doesn't want that motor to go boom, boom. And he hit hard. And I mean real hard. Lucky it didn't damage that truck. But man, he hit real hard. Simple's down to 2.3 seconds. So Matthew Simple's going to leapfrog him for that second place spot. He's got Gary Bowman down to 3 seconds. So remember we talked about these two guys? Well, they got a gift handed to them right now. So Tom is definitely, and Cody coming into next week are definitely both going to be in must-win situations to get in. This is really going to be devastating to them. Matthew right now needs to just drive that truck the way he's driving. Don't overdrive it. Don't get too excited. Even if he doesn't win this race, coming home in second tonight will be a good one. And Andrew Codwell. Andrew's going to need a little help. He is 23 seconds back. He's not gaining a second lap. Yeah, Andrew right now is going to need a lot more help with about 50 to go. This one is definitely so. I would say, you can see what there, Codwell. I mean, yeah, Codwell's running for his life. Because Gary's coming. That's what Cody wants to see. Go ahead and put him a lap down. I ain't got to worry about it. What Heinzman doesn't want to happen is that motor just go poof. Can it hold on for another 50 laps? Well, that's what we got. Well, no, excuse me, my bad. I told y'all wrong. He said we got another 30 laps. We'll get my math right, folks. Coming into this one, what the points look like. Yeah, it's definitely getting shook up now because Cody Gibson out of this one with Tom Richter. Tom is right now is in 17th spot. Cody back in 23rd. Corey Sherman sitting there going, phew. Might dodge the bullet here, Corey Sherman. He might be the guy right now that's probably going to get the headache award. The goodies. If he can finish this thing out in 11th, he is still there. Because remember, him coming in here, he had a good points lead. So where he's at in 11th and first there, he is 10 points back. Yeah, Matthew would not be able to leapfrog him points-wise. So, and Codwell definitely wouldn't. It would make it, as next week though, going to have to be a little bit, yeah. Now is a solid. Herman looking good. It's all Bowman out front. He did. He got around Codwell, so there's only 3 trucks on the lead lap. Matthew Simple has caught and passed Cody, and he's looking to get up here. Can Matthew Simple win this race and put this thing in the final 4? What a way to shuffle up those points. And I don't think Cody Heinzman's truck is going to lose enough to where he's just going to lose a lap. I don't think he's having problems with it. We'll ride on board with him. RPMs look still good. I think at this point, right now, it's just kind of ride this one out. Dodge the bullet. Man, it didn't dodge a bullet. Unfortunately, Tom Richter. And twice now. Heartbreak. Heartbreak. Fast truck last week, fast truck this week. Caught up in a mess last week, this week. Caught up on pit road. Almost identical to what Cody Gibson had happen. How close? 1.9 seconds here. Matthew Simple. He can see Bowman right there. Bowman does not want to get caught in that lap traffic now. Battle too long. Simple going to run him down. Bowman right there. You can see Simple in the picture. Brad Holmes is outside. Still 1.5 second lead. Yeah, you can see it. If he can't get around him, stay in the back. So far, clean and green. It is heating up here. 2 guys out front that pretty much wins and puts them in. Bowman and Simple. Anyway, nice and easy. Remember what he said. His truck gets awful loose. Oh. Last time he was quite a bit faster. Does have 1 lap newer tires than Bowman. Not quite sure how much that's going to play a factor. Well, that time though he wasn't faster than Bowman. They are flipping. They're back and forth. They should be able to make it all the way. There, Gary Bowman. He got the game genie flipped on tonight. Can he punch himself a ticket into the Final 4 and race for a championship? Matthew Simple's there. We know Cody Heinzman. Points-wise, Cody's still in the clear. Yeah, he's losing a little bit there to those guys, but he's good. 3 trucks on the lead lap. Amazing. With 16 to go. Take one more quick commercial break, folks. We'll be right back conclusion of this one because it's good.
And then if you want to, just a little bit about how the foundation helped you.
You know, I was in a pretty serious deal, as most people know about. It's a pretty tough deal, very traumatic for my family. A lot of stuff that we went through that people would never understand. Without the assistance from the Steve King Foundation and several other donors as well, we could have come out of that thing in financial ruin. But it just takes a lot out of your family just to go through rehabilitation, all the medical bills. There's so many hidden expenses and stuff that would never know about until you actually get involved in something like that. And you know, and even if you help somebody out with 500 or 1,000 or 100, whatever it is, you know, it means a ton to the person, you know, just to be able to live and to get through these things. It takes an ungodly amount of money, time, effort, patience, you know, with the families, the doctors, you know, to be able to get through a traumatic experience. And, you know, with the Steve King Foundation, it makes everything a lot better.
All right, with 12 to go, and Gary Bowman, the man right there, hold on, win it, punch his ticket into the Final Four. Or is Matthew Simple going to be able to run him down and have enough time? It's down to 0.8. He's there. It's going to be a close one. With less than 10 to go here soon. Bowman is trying everything he can. Wow. Gary Bowman out front in this one. About 10 to go. Does Matthew Simple got enough to run him down? That's going to be the question. I don't know. What do y'all feel like? Feel like he's got enough, man, to run him down? I mean, getting there and getting around him, two different things. Oh, look at old Holmes pushing. Heinzman's just riding in third right now, holding his own. About 8 laps to go in this one. Holmes does not want to get up there and mess up these two guys, although he is way faster. Oh, it's back to a second. Yeah. It is back and forth between the top two. Bowman just let Holmes go. He knew the assignment there, and he's stretching that lead out here on Matthew Simple. Gary Bowman has found what he needs. And out front, can he punch himself into the Final Four? Still an outstanding ninth run from Matthew Simple, though. And Cody Heinzman's going to just dodge a bullet. He's going to limp the pizza machine here. I mean, points-wise, he comes in here, he is still good. And even with this here, I still don't think, by finishing in third here tonight, folks, if he finishes in third, going into next week, I think sheer points, he'll make the Final Four, no matter what. It had to be probably a 40-car field, and he'd have to end up like finishing dead last. Matthew Simple running out of time to catch this man. He got it down 0.8, but it's moved back up to 1.3 now. I think the truck's just a little bit too loose for him. Then Sly coming out of turn, loses even more ground. Gary Bowman has done a masterful job, and he only has about 3 more laps here to go. Dover punch his ticket to the Final Four. Who to go? All he's got to do is just hit his march. Don't make a mistake. And they have lapped the entire field except for 3 machines. He'll come around to take the white flag. And Gary Bowman, he wins this race here. He'll put himself in that Final Four. White flag one more time. He just needs to keep the truck straight and steady. Got a 1.7 second over Simple. Heads off to the backstretch for the final time. Out of 3 and 4, Gary Bowman is going to do it. He is going to punch himself into the Final Four and race for a championship. He wins Dover. Matthew Simple will come home in second. Cody Heinzman dodges it here, but he's going to have a solid run in third. Man, what a good race this was here tonight, folks. Wow. And a lot of heartbreak in this one. We'll see if we can't get a word with him. Let's bring him up and get a word. Cody, join the booth. You got a copy?
I got you, Joe.
Well, Cody, I tell you what, you wanted to win, I know, to go ahead and punch yourself into the Final Four. You really didn't need to win, but by coming here finishing third, really still got a huge points advantage here coming in, going to that last race before the Final Four, or racing for the championship. But, man, I got to go back to disaster on that pit road. What was going through your mind at that moment?
Yeah, I thought that was going to turn out a lot worse for me at the end of the day. I felt like, Greg and Tom on that run had me between a rock and a hard place, and their teammates, they raced together, so they could kind of do whatever they wanted. And so I figured my best bet was to pit before them, and I tried that, and Tom was gonna try and match me, and he just kind of cooked it a little too much on pit entry, and it just happens. Is a mistake. It's nothing intentional, of course, but I just hate that I was right there to get the brunt of it as well when he bounced off, and that gave me about 3.5 minutes of damage to my front right tire, and I thought that was it. I thought I was probably gonna finish, outside of the top 10 or whatever, but lo and behold, I do my pit stop, I get back on track, and I'm in the lead. So, I got to give it everything I can and fight for my life. But those tires did not last very long with the damage that was on the right front. They got cooked, and Gary was gone. And at that point, I was just along for the ride, happy there was only 3 cars on the lead lap.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it turned out great for you. Hey, sometimes better be lucky than good. We know, man, definitely good out there. So, going into the next race here next week, I mean, what's the game plan now?
To win doesn't change. I've had 2 really good points races, I think, up to this point, so I've got a good little cushion to work with. But my goal is, it doesn't matter if it's the first race or the last race. I'm going out there to not lose, more specifically. So we'll see what I can do out in Nashville and see what we can make happen there. I do really like that track, and for all the people that capitalize on such a crazy race, I'm pretty glad that Gary got it. He's a really good dude. He's been around Cyber for a long time, and he doesn't get to win all that often. So seeing Gary get it done, that was pretty cool, and so shout out to him for sure.
Absolutely. Well, I'll tell you what, like you said, still out there, had a great night. You got anybody you want to thank for a good finish?
Yeah, shout out to you, Joe, for doing the broadcast, and my grandparents were always watching, and everyone else who shows up and makes Cyber what it is. It's a good time out here. This was a crazy race. I bet it was pretty fun to watch from the broadcast. And there's 2 more to finish out the season, so let's see if we can finish out strong and make them count.
There you go. Cody Heinzman bringing her home in third tonight. Like you said, he's got a good points lead there. But he definitely still wants to win. This man here came close. Matthew, join the booth, got a copy.
I got you, Joe.
Well, man, I know we talked to you before. You said the tires definitely they go bad. They got slick out there, but hey, still coming out here. I know you wanted to win because I would put you definitely into that going into the championship. But coming out of here second, put in a good spot going into next week. I mean, how was you feeling?
Yeah, I feel good about how the race went. My main goal was just to try to keep it clean and really just dumb it down. Try to make no mistakes, especially on pit road. Pit road speed was only 35, so really slow. Felt like you were barely moving going down pit road. So made sure there was no mistakes there and just tried to race clean. realize who you're racing around. You know, if guys have faster or fresher tires than you and they're a lap down, just let them go. So no, it was a good race. I wish I would have got the win, but I'm very glad for Gary to get the win there. It's been a long time coming for him, and I really enjoyed racing against him. So I'm happy he got the win, and second place is good.
All right, other than obviously winning next week, what's maybe kind of the game plan going into that race there?
Just same thing as tonight. Just try to qualify near the front, you know, top 5, top 10, stay up there for stage 1 and stage 2, minimize mistakes, and just race smart.
Hey, I tell you what, you did a smart race tonight. Got second here. Good points night for you. Still in that hunt, man, to go for the championship. Got anybody you want to thank for a good one?
Yeah, Joe. Thanks for you for putting on the broadcast there. Thanks for Tom for throwing up the league. Thanks to my friends and family for watching, and my smoking hot wife for letting me do this every Tuesday. And the race sponsor, who is Leroy. Thanks, Leroy, for the race sponsor tonight.
There you go, Matthew. Simple. I mean, hey, look, simply put, he had a good night and a good finish in second. This man, though, held him off. Gary, Joanne the booth, you got a copy?
Hey, I got you, Joe. They finally did it, buddy.
I tell you what, man, we were talking, and, you're kind of unsure on the track, but you got out there. This right here punches your ticket in the race for the championship. I know that's got to make you feel better, but how was you feeling on those last couple of laps, man, there?
I was okay on fuel. I'd save. I was cutting the engine and clutching it there. I was watching Matthew. When he'd get close to me, then I'd just start going. But I wanted to have enough in case there was a green-white checkered at the end. I think I ended up with, I had about 2 laps of fuel left, so I was all right.
Hey, no doubt, man. I mean, how excited are you to be able to run for the championship now?
Oh, great. Yeah, I like old Atlanta, so yeah, I'm looking forward to it. And I can spend a little bit of extra time on it this week rather than worrying about Nashville, so that's cool.
Absolutely. Well, coming out of here, I mean, definitely a solid finish, solid race for you there. I mean, at any time where you're like, I don't know what to do, because you were up there back and forth with Matthew, and, could have been, went either way, but any time there you're thinking to yourself, I don't know if I'm going to be able to hold these guys off.
Now, I had a game plan going in. I knew I was going to pit, split that first stage, and then I was going to clutch it and cut the engine that second stage. I knew I could make it, so that's what I did. So yeah, I just kind of managed it. When I had to race, I'd race, and when I got out, I could save some, I'd start saving. So yeah, it worked out pretty good.
Game plan definitely worked out for you. Like I always say, you threw that game genie out there, man, and got it going. Hey, you got anybody you want to thank, though, punching yourself into the Final Four and also getting the win?
Yeah, I got to thank my beautiful wife for supporting me with my sim racing, and of course, Leroy for sponsoring the race this week, and you for doing such a great job, and Tom for running such a wonderful league, and all the great guys and gal in the league. They always run respectfully, and I always look forward to racing with them.
Well, there you go. Gary Bowman, man, winning it tonight in Dover. Folks, it was definitely the Monster Mile, and we saw some wild ones tonight. Some little bit of heartbreak from subscribers, but definitely some good times at the end as Gary Bowman puts it in there. Matthew Simple still in the running there to get in that championship, and going to be interesting going into next week, as it'll be the last race before we go for the the Final Four and the championship run. Well, folks, I hope you enjoyed it. We're going to leave Dover. For myself and everyone here, appreciate Leroy Cobb sponsoring us tonight here for the Cyber Thunder Truck Series. Myself and everyone, have a good night.